If you're a tourist planning to come to the United States or a temporary visa holder, you gotta watch this video. Tourists are being denied entry to the United States. Temporary visa holders are being subjected to searches and detentions at airports. What's happening right now? What are your rights if you're a tourist coming to the United States or somebody on a temporary visa? You need to watch this video all the way until the end. We'll talk about device searches and airport inspections. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, we'll talk about the rights that tourists, visitors coming to the United States and people on temporary visas that are going back home to get visa stamping, coming back to the United States. Now they're detained. Now they're denied entry. What are your rights? What can you do if this is going to happen to you? I'm going to cover all this in this video. We'll talk about device searches, what's legal, what's illegal, airport inspections, detentions, and when can they actually send you back? What can you do about it? Please make sure you watch this video all the way until the end. I'll try to cover as much information as possible. Lots is happening right now, and this information can change every single day. Recent reports in the media are quite alarming. Many visitors and people on temporary visas are being detained and denied entry to the United States. And this is happening because they're getting flagged at the airport. But what's causing them to be flagged? Why are they subjecting them to these lengthy searches, eventually even detention, and sometimes many of these people get imprisoned for weeks before they're being released? Why is this happening, and how can you avoid this from happening to you? Recent reports show that many people that come to the United States on a visitor visa or ESTA or even a temporary work visa, they get subject to lengthy questioning. They're being sent to secondary inspections, and they are searching their bags, searching their devices, and asking them questions that we've never seen them ask before. Well, the reason why it's happening is because this administration issued executive orders trying to do more vetting, trying to find who are the people coming to the United States to make sure that they are not doing something that could potentially harm the United States, potentially could cause risk to US citizens. That's the pretext behind why these extreme vettings are happening right now. But other things are happening. Some people that already have visas are being flagged on the US Border Patrol computers, and we're trying to understand why it's happening. Now, while these things are definitely not the norm, you guys need to understand what are your rights if this is going to happen to you. Remember, when you enter the United States, you're going to be facing a Custom and Border Patrol officer. And these people have a lot of power, a lot of authority, but also you have rights as well. What are they going to be asking you when you normally enter the United States? They can ask you a simple question as, why are you visiting the United States? And you have to answer it. The second thing they can ask you is, how long are you planning to stay? If you're a tourist, it's always going to be that question. How long are you planning to stay? If you're coming here on a temporary visa, they'll also look at the duration of your visa, and they're going to verify that you're not going to stay beyond that duration. And finally, if you're a tourist, they'll be asking you, where are you going to be staying? And who is paying for your trip? These are all normal questions, and you should be able to answer them exactly what you got coming to do there, where you're staying and how much money you have. The problem is that they also have the right to inspect your phone or look in your belongings that you have with you. And if they find out something that is controversial, for example, a recent case, they searched a person's phone. She came on a work visa and they found that she had pictures or insinuation is supporting a terrorist organization. And as a result, they not only canceled her visa, but they also sent her back to her home country. So these are the kind of powers that they have right now. And you guys need to be prepared before coming to the United States, what you carry in your bag, what you're saying to the officers, and what's on your personal devices. Now, remember, if you're coming with the phone, right, you have your personal phone, you don't have to unlock that device. The officers may ask you to search your phone, but you don't have to unlock it. Now, if you refuse to unlock your phone, you may be subject to further questioning and even further detention, depending on what the reason behind the request to unlock your phone. But remember, the basic right that you have is that you don't have to unlock your phone. If you don't want your phone to be searched, you can put your phone in your check-in luggage or not bring your phone at all if you're coming to visit the United States. The second thing you understand is that if they present you documents to sign, you don't have to sign any documents that you don't understand. If they present to you a document that you need to sign, they say, sign this document, and then we'll let you go. You have the right not to sign it, request an interpreter, and maybe even request somebody else to help you understand what's in that form. Because sometimes these forms mean that you are essentially allowing them to deport you, expel, remove you from the United States, even for 5 years. And so it's very important not to sign something that you don't understand. And sometimes if they make you sign a withdrawal, that can also have consequences on your ability to apply for a visa. In many cases, we have applicants who are being sent to secondary inspection. If they inspect their phone, they find messages in their phone that alert the officers to think that you're working in the United States. And at that point, they actually start typing in an interview. And at the end of the interview, they make you sign that form. If you sign that form without understanding what you sign, it could have very, very devastating consequences on your ability to come back to the United States. Now, before we talk about how you can get denied entry, even if you have a valid visa, I want to make sure that if you're here for the first time, please click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Subscribe to our channel. It's very important that you subscribe so you don't miss any of our weekly videos. And also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text to 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com, leave your details, and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. So now let's get back into the video. How can you get denied entry even if you have a visa, a valid visa in your passport? Remember, guys, just because you have a visa in your passport or if you come here on ESTA, it doesn't guarantee your entry to the United States. CBP officers have the ultimate power to make that decision. Now, to increase your chances to still come in with a visa, be honest and consistent in your answers. Don't change your story even if they interrogate you and question you for hours. Number two, if you're coming on a tourist visa or ESTA, make sure you have proof of your flight to return, where you're staying, and to show them that you have enough money to visit the United States. If you're coming on a temporary visa, like a work visa, make sure that you're consistent with the job duties on the original application you filed with immigration. Make sure you're actually going to the place where you're working. And also make sure that the officers are convinced that you're actually coming to work and not doing something else. Otherwise, they can cancel your work visa too. If things get worse, you can speak to a supervisor where you can calmly plead your case as well. In some cases, you should be allowed to contact your country's embassy or consulate in case they want to send you back. Remember, right now, in many cases, they detain applicants and they put them in jail, essentially, immigration jail. If you can show them clearly that you have the money to pay for your flight back, insist on paying for your flight back. Because if you do so and the supervisor acknowledges that you're willing to pay for your flight back, there is no reason for them to detain you unless there's any issues in your past, some criminal convictions or anything else that will make them put you in detention. But if you can show them that you're willing to pay for your flight back, they will not detain you. In many cases, people get detained because the officers are not understanding that the applicant can afford and is willing to pay for the flight back to avoid detention, unnecessary detention for weeks in immigration jail. The bottom line is that things are very different right now. CBP officers are more aggressive. They check more people. They check more information. Whether you come as a visitor or on a work visa, you have to be very careful. You have to be very consistent to understand why you're coming, where you're staying, and when you're coming back. And if you're coming here to work and you have the right work visa, make sure you have proof of that as well when you enter the port of entry. Don't assume that just because you have a visa, you have the right to enter. And always remember, if things go worse, if things go bad, and they want to detain you, make sure you show them proof that you can pay for your flight back, you don't want to be detained, and you're willing and able to return the same day, the next day, without the need to be detained. If you can follow these instructions and do that, then the chances of you coming back in the United States are going to be much easier. But if things go bad, you're not going to be stuck in jail for weeks, like many other stories that we've seen right now that happen every single day at the borders of the United States. Let me know if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. If you need my help, text me 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com. I'm here to help you. We fight for immigrants every single day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.